Have you ever heard someone say that a salary range is positioned at 105% of market, or that an employee is paid at 95% of market? If so, those statements are often based on a compensation metric called market index. And in this video, I'm going to explain what market index is, how it's most commonly used in the compensation field, how it's calculated in Excel. Okay, so I'm starting off with the market index for employee pay, and this is the most common way that I've used this metric, but it can be used for salary structures as well, which I'll explain in a moment. But basically, market index is a metric to compare the employee pay to the market rate of their job. And we can go into how the market rate is determined in a minute. But the formula is pretty straightforward. It's actually very similar to comp ratio. If you haven't seen the video or the metric for that, I can link to the free comp metrics cheat sheet and the video for that one. But basically, we're looking at two numbers, and that's it, the employee salary and then the market rate. And that's all you need to calculate this. So I'm just going to plug in 50,000 and say the market rate, we have 60,000 for that specific job. The market index or ratio formula is going to be equals the employee salary divided by the market rate, and we're getting 83%. You could also display it as a ratio just at 0.83. So this is basically saying the employee is paid 83% of the market value. So they're paid under market rate. If they're paid right at the market value, it should come out to 100%. So anything over 100% is over the market rate. Anything under 100% under the market rate. Pretty straightforward. The confusing part with market index is that it can be used for different things. So it can also be used in salary structures. So it's important when someone asks for market index or you're reviewing information that you know which data is going into this formula. Are they looking at salary range structures and midpoints or a specific employee pay? It's exactly the same. You would find or get your midpoint or suggested midpoints and plug it in, and then you would also calculate that market value. And it's just going to be the exact same formula, so I even can just copy it. So you could see if your salary ranges, how they compare to the market values. So say this job was for an accountant, an intermediate accountant. One survey may say the market value is 70,000. The other survey may say 65,000. You could take an average from both surveys to get like a more well-rounded market rate. And then looking at the salary structure, say that the intermediate accountant falls within a grade B. It could be the salary grades could be letters, numbers, alphanumeric. But say that in grade B, say you have accountants, say you have HR generalists, a lot of different jobs are going to be in one grade. Say there are 5 different jobs falling within grade B. They're all going to have the same salary range midpoint if all of these jobs fall in the same grade, but they could have different market values for each job. Is typically what you're going to find in the salary survey. So there could be, let me just enter some random numbers for the example. So say the market values then range between 55 to 85. Then when you calculate the market index, that's obviously going to help to be able to group which jobs are standing out as not fitting very well. For example, this operations analyst is showing that the salary range midpoint is a lot higher than the market value for that job. So that would be one that would stand out as something to look at, as well as the business planner being the lowest market rate And that's with the midpoint being lower than the market values. It's easier to look at to sort by. There you go. So then maybe taking a look at the top and the bottom for if they fit in a different structure or things like that, which would typically require a lot more analysis than just this one metric. This metric is already included in the salary increase template, and that's using the market index for specific employee pay and specifically for promotions. So there's just the column for the market rate or value, and then the market index column is over here, and you'll see it's displayed as a ratio in this version. It's just one of several metrics that you could look at when making pay decisions, promotions, or evaluating your salary ranges too. Okay, so I think it's pretty straightforward where you find the employee salary or the range midpoint, but for getting the market rate, that is also a whole other topic, and where people usually get the market rates from is salary surveys. So there are a lot of different salary surveys that you can purchase or possibly find for free. And the salary survey companies are gathering data from multiple companies and aggregating that to get you some accurate information on what the median and average pay rates are for various jobs across various industries and that sort of thing. And the market index calculations are only as reliable as the market data being used. And so the market data coming from different salary surveys can produce very different market rates for the same position, whether you're looking at different filters and factors like industry, geographic area, company size, maybe company revenue, your job matching methodology. Do you have your jobs matched to the right survey job? And also the number of survey participants. The more companies and jobs that went into that survey for that aggregate number, the more reliable, and this can all influence the market value reported in a survey. So because of this, selecting the right salary survey is often just as important as calculating this metric. If you are evaluating your salary survey options, I have a free salary survey guide. It will walk you through the key factors that comp professionals can use when they're choosing their survey data. The guide will help you kind of organize all of that and determine what is the best fit. I will include that link to it below. The survey selection guide, it is also listed in the free resources. If you go to timesavingtemplates.com, market index is just one of many compensation metrics that HR and comp professionals use. I will also link to the comp metrics cheat sheet so you can go over some of those other metrics. For salary structure, you could be looking at metrics such as range spread, range overlap, midpoint differential. For employee pay analysis, there's also comp ratio, position and range, and that sort of thing. And I've recently organized these topics into 2 separate resources. So it's not just comp metrics, but there's a page for salary structure comp metrics versus employee pay comp metrics. So I will link to both of those so you can be sure to check out the ones that you're most interested in. And if you found the video helpful, please be sure to check out the other videos in my comp metrics series. And don't forget to download the free cheat sheet and the salary survey selection guide. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.